Well, it's just about an hour after high water. Nothing to report, sadly. Haven't had a bite. Been bringing in every 15-20 minutes. Bait's been knocked about by crabs and little fish, but no sign of a decent fish at all. Oh, that was me kicked the rod. We started shooting again on the ranges. You have to have a little bit of a special metal to fish here. It sounds like you're in a war zone. I've had some good fish from this spot, but as I say, the sea isn't what it used to be. It's still nice to be out on the beach. Always better than a bad day's fishing is better than a good day at work. I'll leave this one out here for the last sort of 15 minutes, you never know. The rain's been sort of intermittent. It's never been heavy, but it's sort of just come and gone. Still a little bit of tide out there. You can hear the sea's gone quiet. You know, after high tide, it quietens down. Surprised I haven't had a dogfish of anything. I mean, usually if you're fishing a squid or a fish bait, they're usually on it like rats, but obviously even they're having a day off today. But we'll persevere, have another go another day. Just on these big tides, it's always worth a go. I don't like fishing in the daylight, sea fishing, unless it's for place, because it's always better after dark. I mean, you do get bothered by the small fish, but the big fish are, if they're about, they'll be about after dark. But on these big tides, with the pull of the tide, and it being an overcast day, I thought we might have a squeak, but not this time so far. Oh, that was the bivvy knocking against the rod. Again, not a bite, sadly. Haven't seen any sign of any mackerel, so they're probably out in deeper water now as it's getting colder. The sea temperature doesn't change very much. It's a big old pond, isn't it? But as soon as they could sense with the lack of daylight that it's probably time they were going down to Cornwall to spawn. But unlike the Princess Parade, which is now a pay and display, a couple of quid an hour, this bit of beach here and the bit before it, the Western Parade, is still free. For how much longer, I don't know. We used to be able to fish the whole of the ranges and go in both ends, but now the powers that be have shut the other end, the Dymchurch end, so if you decide to go halfway into the ranges, you've got a fair walk. The ranges are about 2 miles, I should think, 2 miles long, and because of the sea defences now, you have to walk on the shingle. You used to be able to walk on a sort of a hard track and go down wherever you wanted to go, but you can't now because they've put huge great lumps of granite as a sea defence, and it's really quite dangerous trying to scramble over that, so you have to come in at this end and walk through on the beach. You've got no choice. I'll just show you that actual walk. They're far in now, so you couldn't do it today, but you have to walk past that first tower, past that second tower, and the third tower is what they call the broken tower, and that's used to be a real hotspot for cod, but again, they're not so much now. but if you look round there to the Grand Redoubt, that's the end. So you're talking about a fair old walk. Used to be worth it, but I'm not so sure now. Certainly for younger legs, but not mine. I'm sorry there hasn't been much action, but that's why it's called fishing and not catching, I suppose. You only wanted one good bite today, and it could have been a decent bass or a codlin or a ray or something, but it's looking less and less likely, I've got to say. Nearly done all my bait though, just the same. Only got one wrap left, so I'm sure if I'd fished lugworm on small hooks I'd have probably caught a few whiting, but they weren't really the target today, so I'm not worried that I haven't caught the thing. It's not going to be the first time, and it certainly won't be the last. But that's why doing both freshwater and sea fishing, it sort of balances out, because it's very rare that you have a very poor day at freshwater fishing, because of course the fish are in a certain area, they can't go anywhere. If you get it half right, you'll catch a few. But the sea is a bit different. It's a big old pond, and there's just about everything that breathes trying to eat the fish that are in it. So it really is a case of diminishing returns. Right, well I'll switch you off, just see this last cast out, and then I'll be on my way. And next time we see each other, it'll be freshwater fishing. Catch you later, bye.